The nested table functionality, the functionality of the nested table is similar to an associative array. However, there are differences in the nested table implementation. The nested table is a valid data type in a schema level table, but an associative array is not. Okay, in a schema level table, it is a valid data type. Therefore, unlike a associative array, nested table can be stored in the database. The size of the nested table can increase dynamically, although maximum size is 2 GB. The key cannot be negative value. The nested array key cannot be negative value. Though reference is made through the first column key, there is no key in the nested table. Element can be deleted from anywhere in the nested table, leaving a sparse table with a non-sequential key. The row of a nested table are not in any particular order. The nested table values are not present in particular order. When you retrieve the value from the nested table, the row are given in consecutive subscript starting from 1. Like in your array, it is starting from 0. That is starting from the subscript value, that is 1. So first of all, nested table is a valid data type in a schema level table, but an associative array is not. Schema, like we are using HR schema. Okay, so therefore, unlike a associative array, nested table can be stored in the database. The size of the nested table can be increased dynamically. Okay, so it is not having any kind of fixed number of size. You can increase it dynamically. Although the maximum size is 2 GB. The key cannot be a negative. Okay, so you cannot give a key cannot be negative. And though the reference is made through the first column as key, there is no key in a nested table. Element can be deleted from anywhere in the nested table. If you want to delete, the element can be deleted anywhere. When you retrieve the value from the nested table, the row are given consecutive subscript that is starting from 1. So the example, okay, here we are defining a nested table. Declare type name table is table of. So we are defining a nested table here. The name table name is like Kavita, Pritam, Ayan, Rishabh, Aziz. One is name table, another is marks. 98, 97, 78, 87, 92. Then total equals to name count. It is counting the name. Then by using a for loop, okay, so it will retrieve all the value. Totaling it is count, it is starting from 1 to total value. Suppose total value is 5, so it is retrieve 5 element. Student name, so 5 name it is display, and student mark, 5 mark it will display. Kavita, Pritam, Ayan, Rishabh, Aziz and marks. So corresponding marks it is. So it is called as a your nested table. Clear? Next comes to the virtual array. The variable size array is similar to an associative array except that the virtual array is constrained in size. The size is here fixed. The virtual array is a valid in schema level table. Items of virtual array are called V array. The virtual array have a fixed upper bound and you have to specify the upper bound when you declare them. This is similar to the array in C language. The maximum size of the virtual array is 2 GB. Okay, the maximum size is 2 GB. The distinction between the nested table and virtual array is a physical storage mode. The difference is a physical storage mode. The element of virtual array store in inline with a table data unless the size of the virtual array is greater than 4 KB. In contrast, that nested table which are always store the out of line. They store the data in a inline and it is store the data in a out of line. You can create a virtual array type in a database by using SQL. It is the main difference between your virtual array, okay, and nested table. The collection type that we learn here, one is your associative array, nested table, another is virtual array. Associative array are the set of key and value pair where each key is unique and it is located in the corresponding value in array. Okay, it is contain the key and value pair in associative array. The key can be either an integer or character based. The array value may be the scalar data type. Because associative array intended for storing temporary data, you cannot use them in SQL statement. Next is nested table. A nested table holds a set of value. In other words, it is a table within the table. In a table, you can include another table. Nested table are unbounded. That is, the size of the table can increase dynamically. Nested table are available in the PLSQL and database. Within the PLSQL nested table like one-dimensional array. Next is virtual array. Variable size array or a virtual array is also called as collection of the homogeneous element that holds a fixed set of elements. Okay, it contains the fixed set of value. In the case of virtual array. Clear? The next chapter is explicit cursor. What are the explicit cursor? Every SQL statement that is executed by the Oracle server has an associated with an individual cursor. When you execute any SQL statement, it is associated with a cursor. Implicit cursor declared and managed by the PLSQL for all DML statement. For every DML statement, the implicit cursor is were included. Explicit cursor declared and managed by the programmer. Okay, so it is declared and managed by the programmer. That is a explicit cursor.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, implicit cursors में मैंने PLSQL में खाली देखी है.
Implicit cursor is defined by the Oracle. Okay. Actually, when you do any kind of operation like insert, update, delete operation, then at that timing your implicit cursor is executed. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what is that cursor? Oracle create a memory area known as a context area for processing the SQL statement. For processing the SQL statement, Oracle create a area that is called as the context area, which contain all the information needed for processing the statement. For example, the number of row processed. A cursor is a pointer to that context area. Okay, a cursor hold the row written by the SQL statement. So it hold the row which is written by the SQL statement. A cursor is a pointer to the context area. PLSQL control the context area through a cursor. A cursor hold the row, one or more row written by the SQL statement. The set of row the cursor hold is referred to as a active set. Clear? Okay. For
Yes, sir.
processing the SQL statement, Oracle create a context area. The cursor is a pointer to that context area. So there are two type of cursor we're using. One is implicit cursor, another is explicit cursor. Implicit cursor are automatically created by the Oracle whenever an SQL statement is executed. When there is no explicit cursor for the statement. Whenever a DML statement like insert, update, delete is issued, an implicit cursor is associated with this statement. Okay. For insert operation, the cursor hold the data that need to be inserted. For update and delete operation, the cursor identify the row that should be affected. Okay, so already we know like some kind of implicit cursor we're using, found, not found, open, it is counting the how many rows are present. Okay, explicit cursor are programmer defined for gaining more control over the context area. An explicit cursor should be defined in the declaration section of the PLSQL block. It is created on a select statement which return more than one row. Okay, so it is defined by the programmer. It should be defined in the declaration section of the PLSQL block. It is created a select statement which return more than one row. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in the next class, we start from this explicit person. Okay, so you can compare.
Thank you, sir.